Baddies! Welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm doing a pick a card all about the messages the spirit or spirits in your house have for you. Now I'm going to be pulling as I go today, and at the end of each group I'm going to be getting letters, initials, and charms so we find out more details about the messages and the spirits in your house. So as you see before you, I have 4 selections today. I don't often do 4, but I felt guided. I had a comment about someone enjoying when I do 4. I don't often do 4, but here we go. That's what we're doing. So, and I have 4 crystals here as well. So I'm going to insert a video where I show you each one of these cards up close along with the crystal. So, if you feel guided to more than one group here, there may be more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey group 1, all of you that selected the Citrine crystal and you were drawn to the number 18 awake card. This is going to be your reading all about the message that the spirit or spirits in your house have for you. So keep in mind this is a general reading. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. Now at the end of this group, I'm going to be getting letters, initials, and charms, and we'll find out more details about what the message is from the spirit in your house. We might find out more about the spirit as well. So let's see what cards I'm being drawn to first. I'm feeling these cards. So let's get into it and see. First of all, who is the spirit? Tell me, spirit, for my group 1. Who are you? Who be you, spirit? Who are you? Are you benevolent? I feel you are. I feel you are benevolent. Tell me about yourself. Higher. I'm hearing higher timeline. Higher timeline. Okay. Communication. We have backstory. Communication. Okay, higher timeline. We have sovereign. Okay. Is this manifestation of higher self? This feels like a very high vibe message. Important, remember, objectivity. Okay. All right, you guys. So I'm going to need you to open up to kind of a new concept. Okay. This is going to be, I'm not sure I've ever gotten a message like this before, okay? So I'm a little, give me a second. Okay, guys, I needed a second to kind of ground this because this is kind of this may be a new concept to a few of you, okay? So I need you to kind of like, stay with me, okay? The spirit in your house is a manifestation of your future self through the presence of your higher self, okay? Listen, I know that this concept is it's very high frequency, okay? It's very timeless. You kind of have to step out of the box of logic, okay, and understand, just entertain these ideas that time does not exist. All time is now, okay, and that we are multidimensional beings, okay. If you can just stay in that bubble for a little bit, then we can get the message, okay. because this is it feels extremely high vibrational, this message. And I got to tell you, when I was directed to use these cards from the Portal Oracle, sorry, my tongue's heavy, y'all. I've taken some medicine for my autoimmune disease. But when I was suggested to use the cards from the Portal Oracle, I knew this was going to be a high vibe reading. I just didn't realize we were going to come into contact with like these very expansive ideas. Okay, so, and for some of you, the manifestation of this higher self is coming through and may feel like to you, they may feel like an ancestor. They may feel even like a grandmother or father figure. They could be a generational ancestor. I'm getting like for some of you, they feel like an angel because I've got like angel wings here. Okay. Um, some of you are hearing like babies. You're hearing babies as well. Some of you do have like a child spirit in your house. Um, if some of you guys have a child spirit that is actually like a loss of a child, in and this energy is around you. Yeah, I feel that as well. And for some of you, it doesn't manifest as crying, but more just like baby noises or noises around a baby. For some of you, there's a child I'm seeing a child that's standing in a hallway, and they're not wearing modern clothes. I see they have short curly hair. I see them so clearly. They're wearing like knickers, and like black socks that are pulled up into the knickers and flat like loafer shoes and then like a short jacket. The knickers are white and the jacket looks black, and the jacket has like a fold over on it, and they have like a page boy cut, and I think they're wearing like what you would call a page boy hat. If it's starting to have a certain era feel to it. I can't quite put my finger on that time. I can't quite. Is it Victorian? Yeah, and I feel like they stand in a hallway, like they're in a hallway, and they just kind of stand there. Um, that won't be for all of you. If it's you, then you'll know. Okay. Anyway, so we have, a few spirits here, but the main spirit I feel like coming through is the one that's the very high vibrational spirit that may be manifesting in these different forms around you or feeling like these different forms, okay? But they're actually a manifestation of your higher self in a future high vibrational timeline that's breaking through to bring you through some very powerful messages, okay? All right. Okay. So that's kind of that's a big concept. So let's just stay with that. I'm picking up on with this important sovereign. Okay. So with this awakening here, I feel like you're waking up to a very important energy within you, and you're waking up at a very important moment in your life. And some of you guys haven't done it yet, and it's coming. And for some of you, you are in the middle of this awakening, the bottom two and this one and this one as well. It's this inner knowing of your own presence. It's this inner knowing of your higher connections to this greater consciousness. We have the prayer. We have the siren, we have the destroyer, and we have the mystic. Whoa, that's some powerful energy. You have a lot of very powerful energy, very transformative with the destroyer. Okay. I feel the power of the Aquarian Pluto energy here, like a lot of transformation. I feel like this future self, higher self vibe energy, however it manifests in your life, in your house, around you, is coming through to help you through a very powerful transformation of yourself. Um, and we have prayer here, and what I'm getting is that this higher self is, I see them, I see a vision of the higher self, higher vibe, different timeline self, like breaking through the boundaries of like time, the illusions of time, the illusions of quantum space, to come through to this point now, to share the ascension process with you to get to this higher timeline. And it isn't complicated. It isn't as extreme as it sounds, but it requires an expansion of your consciousness. It requires you to think in a way that may cause you to have some internal struggles with your own boundaries. You're really going to have to think outside the box to kind of get there. And a lot of times this is going to require deep, deep layers of shadow work that really reflect in the Destroyer card here. It really is beginning to feel like this higher self of yours is like starting to come through my channel. There is a powerful transformation taking place within you, and it feels like there's an activation of a crystal body here. There is an alignment of chakras through this powerful shadow work. Now, I feel for some of you in this group, like I'm seeing a large group of people, and they're standing before me energetically, and I am seeing each of these energetic bodies. I'm seeing different chakra systems, and I'm seeing like this change has to do with the aligning of your chakra system so that the next level of ascension can take place. Now, a lot of times through shadow work, that's what's happening. We're clearing the blocks, we're healing the quote unquote cracks, we're removing out the debris. We are repairing and healing different energy systems so that we can be energetically healthy, if you will, to make the next leap. Okay. And right now, this higher self vibration is coming through to let you know that, yes, the weird energy that group one you may be feeling now or you're about to move into, yes, when you feel it, acknowledge it. Okay, because it is weird when you feel it. This is going to be the presence of this future higher self that you may be feeling as a angelic presence around you. You may feel it as an ancestor presence, more than likely generational ancestor or cultural ancestor. You may also feel it as a personal ancestor that's passed over, but it would be like a grandmother or grandfather. It's going to be a more personal but bigger energy, and they would be a wise one. Okay, it's going to be very specific if it's personal. Okay, they're going to be someone who is very wise and kind. They would be considered a good elder. Okay, these aren't just random ancestors. These are specific ancestors that come through for this kind of stuff. Okay, because you're about to do some really heavy lifting in your own life. But this heavy lifting, this clearing that's going to happen, it is going to help you ascend into the next state of your own personal evolution. It is going to open you up to a lot of your gifts and abilities. This is what Kali is known for. You know, there is a death and a rebirth. First, we must clear those obstacles, the debris. We have to make way so we can heal and rebuild. And the making way process many times is difficult. Many of you right now may be in the middle of a storm in your life. You may feel very chaotic. You may feel very lost. You may feel very overwhelmed, especially when you add your own life to what is being reflected in the world. and you may be overwhelmed by this sense of chaos. The destroyer energy, that is part of it. Chaos is very much connected to creation. And at times during the storm, we have to find the center and be still. And many times we have to understand that the chaos comes to clear the way for something new, for something to be created. And honestly, in my own personal life, I can tell you that it's not that you find peace in the middle of the storm, where it's, the eye of the storm, there's stillness there. That's what you find. You don't find peace. You just are out of the way of the turbulence, so you can let the storm pass, because it will. And you can look around and you can begin to pick up the pieces and rebuild. But many times, instead of moving to the center, the eye of the storm, we stay in the chaos of it, and we're trying to fight the flow of our own life, insisting that we can beat the storm, when the storm itself has its own wisdom that we do not understand. And I got to tell you, as someone who has been in one hell of a many storms, I have suffered many, many storms that were chaotic, heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, and painful. It's hard for me to be at peace with the idea that, oh, the storm will pass, because they're painful. They hurt. They can take a while. They can take a long time. But they will pass. And sometimes the storms push you to the very edge of what you can take. But I tell you, it will pass. You just have to outlast the storm. And sometimes it will take everything you have. And I feel like this higher self is pulling through to remind you of a few things while you're going through this storm. To remember to be objective. To remember what's important to you. To be sure that where your focus is what your values are aligned to. And follow that. Remember what your inspiration is. Remember why you started. Focus on the things that are important. Decide what is important to focus on. And then allow the storm to move. And understand that once it's done, it'll be done. And you'll be able to do whatever it is you need to do to move forward. There's strength in that. There's strength in knowing that, yes, this horrible thing is happening, but once nature, energy, whatever you want to call it, is done moving, it'll be time. It'll be time to get it together, to rebuild. So we have the siren, the mystic here in prayer, and I'm feeling this very magical energy, as if someone is going to be, through the change in learning about flow, because that's what we are doing here with this destructive energy. We're learning to allow flow, to focus and allow the flow of our lives instead of fighting it. You're going to learn that your energy is going to shift. You're going to learn that you have more energy. You're not as tired. You're not as exhausted. And you're going to find that you have more energy to focus on the things that are important. Once you're able to do that, you will find a lot of transmutation starts to happen. You'll start transmuting energy into things that matter. You'll find that you're more happier, even though things around you may be falling apart. Because you know that energetically that the chaos will come to an end. It will. It always does. You get into the center of the eye and maintain focus and move with your focus, and it will end. Many times, once we move into a place of acceptance of our lives as they are, that is when the universe can move. That's when God forms can move. That's when higher self energy can move. There's something very powerful about the siren mystic energy here. Okay. I feel like the switching of this energy is going to allow you to really get into connection with the truth of your gifts and abilities. This higher vibe energy. It's really powerful. And it feels like there is like a Kundalini activation here. It feels like some of you may already have some active Kundalini, but it almost feels like an upgrade or a different layer of activation. And I feel like I see like the heart chakra opening up, and there's like butterflies flying out of the heart chakra. I see the third eye opening up, and I feel like the third eye is like a lotus. The lotus is opening on the third eye, and the crown is literally like a crown of light here. So there's a lot of high vibe energy. It's almost like your consciousness is going to expand and leap by leaps almost of dimension here. It almost feels like a dimensional shift. Some of you guys are about to see your life in its truest form. We have higher heart activation, dropping shields, divine love. Your heart is healed. We have Shambhala initiations, retreat to recharge, trust the process, Dharma. Those are two beautiful cards. I feel like this dropping shields, I think there is a destruction of a lot of your boundaries within you, a lot of the limits that you've put on yourself, a lot of the guards you've had that have kept people away. I feel like a lot of that's falling down because I feel this energy of knowledge of self. And the thing about it is when you really truly know self, there's an element of fearlessness that rises to the surface, because when you know yourself, you no longer fear people seeing who you are. You don't fear it because you know who you are, and you no longer hide it because you can't. I keep feeling this energy of like someone falling in love with who they are. And I'm feeling this higher self energy, and I see this higher self as like a light body that's glowing, and it doesn't have a gender. It's just a glowing light body that's talking to me. Okay. And I feel like there's such an expansion of the heart chakra here. This is someone who is going to be growing to really know who they are. Okay. And I'm getting a lot of love from this higher self, as if they're in your house. Okay. They're coming around. This future self, higher self is coming around. Now I'm seeing an angel. Okay. So the higher self is manifesting angelically, or they feel like an angel. They feel very angelic to me. And I feel like a lot of times at night, they may come around. If you pray or you meditate, they come around. You may feel them in your crown chakra, like as if they're touching your crown chakra. They're blessing you or something like that. They're sending you a lot of love energy. And I feel like they want you to be more conscious of this, because this will help you raise your frequency. You becoming more aware of it. There's also something going on with your heart chakra as well. It's like you receive the love, the blessing, the golden, it's like golden love, pink pink and gold. If you can envision it as like pink and golden love, unconditional love coming through the crown, and it coming down in through your throat, through your third eye, through your throat into your heart chakra. There's also another kind of chakra or a keyhole or a gate to your Akashic between your throat and your heart chakra as well, and it will pass through this as well. And I feel like that passing of that will allow you at times to start to really connect with meaningful past lives, which will be a doorway to you understanding this future self, higher timeline. Okay, some of you guys have I'm hearing like so I'm seeing your Akashic file like record open, and to me right now it's more like it is a quantum computer at this point. It's very like neon and glowy. It's very high vibe. And I'm seeing that you were in Atlantis. Yes, you were in Atlantis. And Atlantis, the realm of Atlantis, I'm hearing. And I'm seeing someone that would be considered under our knowledge. The Akashic is interacting with me. That's why I sound so strange. You would be considered in a translation of this would be like a wizard or someone who worked magic, but understand that in this realm of Atlantis, in this state of being, this is just like science. Okay, it's science. So it's telling me that you have access to more quantum energy, like quantum spiritual energy, quantum physics, maybe something you're drawn to, metaphysics, the whole higher vibe kind of spirituality, maybe something that you're aligned with. Okay. I feel like you're really here to help people understand their own awakening process. I feel like some of you guys may feel like you're late to the game, but you're not. There is a whole bunch of people who are continuing to wake up, and this will be going on for a long time. This is a very long process. People think that, oh, it's just going to pop, pop, pop. And no, there are still people here that need help with this process. Yeah, you're going to be helping people with an understanding of their own awakening process. Now, this could be, this could be from your own, family to, writing books. Okay. Now, for some of you, you're not here to help other people awaken. You're here to kind of like awaken your own gifts and abilities. I'm seeing someone who's drawing bees, or there's bees around you, or you're an artist, or you're busy you're creating something. I'm seeing bees in a hive making honey and bottling the honey and selling the honey. So some of you guys have something to create, okay? And it's with spirit, all right? Spirit's going to direct you to create something. And it's through this higher connection, okay? So don't be afraid of the spirit in your house, because the spirit in your house is you in a higher timeline, okay? So don't be afraid of yourself. It's okay for you to connect with it, with the angelic energy or the ancestral energy, because as human beings, it's just easier to do that than to recognize that, hey, I'm my own ancestor. I'm my own higher self. I'm my own future self. I'm my own, spirit guide kind of thing. So you don't have to like do the mental gymnastics. Just embrace, the angel or whatever it is, but know on a deeper level that this is actually you, your higher self, in a higher timeline, okay, in a higher realm. I'm using timeline because as human beings, time is relative to us to a degree. But really it's another dimension. Okay. What else? What else? Your higher self is very talkative. It's very talkative, as you can tell. Let's get a couple more of these cards. We have Emerald Tablet, Activation, Cosmic Order, Divine Alchemy, Consciousness Manifesting. Okay. So I feel like there's definitely going to be a huge expansion of your consciousness. I'm seeing psychic gifts expansion, expansion of your pineal gland. I'm also hearing something about your pituitary gland. Some of you guys who have issues with your pituitary gland, you might, if you haven't gone to the doctor, go to the doctor. If this isn't you, then don't. But I see like getting some help with that, like finally getting like some help with that. So keep going to the doctor, keep looking, do all of it. Don't just do like do the nutrition thing or whatever do both is what I'm getting, like do the doctor and do the healthy stuff too. Okay? Don't discount either or. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. I'm getting for a lot of you as you go through this like destruction process, this change, it's very important for you to find outlets for your frustration, healthy outlets, and I'm hearing creative outlets. Some of you guys, a lot of people, they'll run or they'll work out when they're frustrated, but I feel like for you feeling Sagittarius here, I feel like for some of you guys, you need to be creative when you're frustrated. You need to use your frustration, your stress for creativity. It will help you learn more about flow. There is a lot of value here about you guys learning about flow. Okay, some of you guys are energy workers, and that's part of why learning about flow and being in flow is important. What is flow? Flow is when you are working on something and you are so in the moment, in your mind, in the element of connecting with what you're doing. You are in a state of contentment, being creative, and out of time. And it feels like time is just moving and you're very happy and fulfilled with what you're doing. Okay. Whatever it is, there's just a sense of timelessness with flow. And I feel like for a lot of you, learning about flow and getting into flow is going to really open up a lot of opportunities for you, opportunities to help you expand on your higher calling. Okay. Group 1, your messages from the spirit inside your house, which is you, is really about your higher calling. This future self, this higher self is manifesting in your house to help you align with this higher calling. Now listen, you always have free will. And no one says that you have to do this. I want to remind you that a higher calling isn't a 100% you have to do it. You always have a choice, all right? Let's get you guys some letters, initials, and some charms. Hey, group 1, these are going to be your letters, your initials, and your charms. Keep in mind, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates. These could be your initials, their initials, the spirit's initials. It could be a meaningful word. Just take what resonates. So we have TFLVBAGXIAPAGHSN. We have number 6 and number 4, which is a 10, which reduces to a 1, which often talks about or speaks of the end of one cycle, the beginning of another. A lot of the 10s in tarot are, fulfillment kind of things or fulfillment energies. So, and endings and fulfillment. So I just want to point out you have the pineapple charm here. Pineapple is wealthy energy. It is abundant energy. And I really, and this is the ancestor charm. So I feel like for you guys, your ancestors want you to know straight up that there is a lot of a sugar skull here. There is a lot of golden opportunities is what I'm hearing that are, it's like we're trying to or attempting to align these for you, but you have to be more open to your creativity. You have to be more active with it. You have to pursue it, okay? Because the kind of abundance that I'm getting that you're trying or attempting to or are manifesting or have manifested in this higher timeline is going to require you to use all of your gifts and abilities. I'm getting like you're going to have to use everything you've been given to manifest these things. So it's very important. And I'm hearing like some of you guys need to work on your skill in this area. Okay. We have a possum here. Hang in there. You know, when the storm is raging, hang in there. We have the skull and crossbones because things are changing. Things will be reborn. Things will change and be reborn. It's very important that you open yourself up to the possibility that, you know, destruction is chaos, it's chaotic energy, and it's the cycle of creation. And something good is going to come from it. You don't know what it is. Just if you can just open up to that, it will allow more positive energy to flow. Okay. We have the bull here. You may be a Taurus, maybe a Capricorn. We have passport and we have Batman. I feel like your ancestors, this higher self, they want you to know that you're meant to go places, okay? You're meant to have an abundant life. Now, abundance doesn't just mean you have stacks of money and you're like a billionaire or whatever, okay, or millionaire. Abundance can be like having really good friends, having a really cozy place to live, having enough, you know, more than enough food, can pay your bills, can go on a vacation, like a happy, abundant life. You know, and it can mean that you're like a CEO of your business and, you know, you're running things like a boss and you're able to give other people jobs. You know, it varies from person to person. But I feel like this level that I'm feeling from this higher self, you energy in a future timeline, it feels very abundant. It feels like this energy carries abundant energy. Okay. Now, I want to tell you that in the higher dimensions, like, you know, wealth isn't a thing. Okay, like physical wealth isn't a thing. The higher dimensions, money isn't a thing. But that's a whole other story, right? But you know, here money is a thing because we're still deciding to do that here. And they want you to know that energy, that abundant energy is coming through the spirit in your house, okay? And you can tap into it. And we have prayer over here. And what I'm getting is that if you will start to interact, light a candle, you know, say a prayer, talk to it, however is meaningful to you, engage with it in a positive way. Whatever, again, is meaningful to you and your practice, or you and your religion, or you and what's good in your heart, okay? You will find that this energy will kind of guide you to more abundant ways, opening up more abundant roads for you, kind of guiding you in ways to save money, guiding you in ways to earn more money, guiding you in ways to attract more money. And they're being specific with money there, okay? They will also help guide you into being more of a magnet of attraction for abundance itself, okay? And I'm getting from them, they're not asking for elaborate offerings. They're asking for candles and bread, okay? I'm getting that, you know, slices of Wonder Bread, you know, like white bread are fine. Occasionally nice loaves would be fine. But bread. And I'm seeing someone taking a loaf of like a loaf of bread that's been baked by a bakery and cutting like the number is going to be relative to your practice. But I'm seeing 3, 5, 7 different whatever's meaningful to you. Okay, and you're gonna write down what you need. Okay, you're gonna write down what you need, and you're gonna stick it in a loaf of bread and put like $1 in with it and fold it how your practice. Put oil on it how your practice and put it in that loaf of bread and put it by the candle. There's your prayer. There's your active prayer. There's your active offering, and allow it to work. And I feel the energy saying we're going to express to each one of you specifically the special things we want you to do with that. There may be something else they want you to do that's particular to your practice. And this is an example. It may be different for you. Okay. And I'm getting like they would say to leave it 3, 5, 7 days, depending on the kind of bread, depending on the situation. Okay. If this does not resonate with you, then this part of the reading isn't for you. All right. I want to be really specific because I know when I do these kind of things, it kind of throws people off. So I just want to tell you, if it doesn't resonate, then this part of the reading wasn't for you. Okay. All right, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected Ascend, number 8, and you were drawn to the Tiger's Eye crystal stone. This is going to be your reading all about the messages or message from the spirit or spirits in your house. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, so at the end of this reading, I will be getting letters, initials, and charms, and we'll find out more information about this spirit and what messages they have for you. All right, so let's get into it. I want to find out first about the spirit in your house. Who is the spirit? What's going on? Okay, spirit for group 2. Who are you? Who are you? Tell me about yourself. One more time. I'm just listening. That's why I'm so quiet. All right, tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. A few cards here. Oops, I had some cards drop. Tell me about yourself. Let me see. Let me move you a little bit so I don't shake you when I shuffle the cards. Okay. Oops. And this one. Let's see. We have Shine. We have Bohemian. We have Expectation. We have Optimism. We have Hospitality. This feels like a feminine energy. I want to say Yoda, but not like Star Wars. Okay, I feel a feminine energy here. It feels grandmotherly or auntie. I recently died. That's what I'm hearing. I recently died. This could be a passed over loved one, okay, that has ascended recently. I want you to look at this card. See how she's moving up the staircase. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm feeling her energy. This is a passed over loved one in your house, you guys. I feel her. She's very warm. She's very bright. If you guys have a staircase in your house, I feel like she may like to float there or be there. There's something about ascending the staircase here. The staircase to heaven. She is, I love her energy. For some of you, she's watching over your children. I see her watching over a baby. The baby is shining. The baby shines so bright. I see the baby. She shines so bright with life. So much life here. We have, I am with the rest of the family. Yes. You are never alone. I'm getting like chills. I'm in your house with you, and I watch over you and your family. I send you love signs through nature. Okay, let's pull from this dream discernment. There's a lot of signs in this deck here. this dream discernment deck. You are never alone. I watch the baby. I watch the children while they sleep. Are you needing to let go of unexpected feelings and people who cause you pain? Toilet. They're funny, right? They're funny. So I feel like there's been some kind of discord here within your family. It may be related to this person's passing. It could just be the way it's always been as well. Let's see here. We have bat. Are you hiding a secret fear you think will now come to light? Okay, some of you guys are dealing with, some intense things about yourself, perhaps things you don't want your family to know or other people to know. Understand that she's on the other side. And, she sees your light. She sees the truth of you, even though the truth of you may have hid from her because you were afraid of their rejection. And with hospitality, shine, bohemian, expectation, optimism, they want you to know, I see you. This is so beautiful. I see the truth of you, and I love it. You're full of every color, and colors that you've never seen. It's like a holographic rainbow. You sparkle. Your children glow. Some of you guys have fur babies. Yeah, they glow with your glow as well, because everything you love, everything you touch, you give them that energy, that special energy you have. They're coming forward because, what did these say? Bear, are you giving yourself credit or taking care of others so protectively? Traffic, are you in a rut and setbacks keep you in a constant cycle? Okay, I'm feeling like there's someone around you that they're trying to kind of like say, hey, there's something going on here, that you need to speak up. Tell me more about this, Spirit. Lovely Spirit. I'm watching over you. I feel protective of you. We have great fortune, and we have military, and we have fox. Okay. With the fox and the military, I feel like someone is sneaking around you. And it may be information. We have whip. There's someone sneaking around you, being sneaky, she's, tell me more about this. Let's get some tarot. Tell me more about this. It's like they're trying to keep you in a cycle. It's someone that you're giving too much to, okay? It feels like this is in your family. You're giving them too much. I'm hearing her, you're giving them too much. They're taking too much from you, and it's not right. It's not right. You need to take care of yourself. You need to protect yourself is what I'm hearing. I won't be mad. For some of you, she's saying, I won't be mad. I won't be mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. Okay, a bunch of cards fell out in a big blop. Okay, so we're going to take them. All right, there's quite a few. So here we go. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Three of Cups. And we have Justice. Okay. Weird, this Three of Cups has a typo. Never seen that before. Okay. All right, so I feel like there's been some kind of worry in your family. There's been some kind of grief in your family, okay, with the Nine of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. There could be fighting. There could be people who are being selfish. And with with this fox energy, with all these cards over here, I'm feeling like someone could be attempting to steal or have stolen. They've taken something they haven't earned. This could be with inheritance. It could be someone emptying someone's house. It could just be someone being rude or mean. This could be someone having to do with like your authentic self coming through and people like cutting you off because they don't like your authentic self. And I feel like you've done so much work here with the Three of Pentacles, and it feels very positive. It feels so like my heart chakra feels warm. It feels like I'm present in my body. And I don't frankly hate myself. Like I feel, and I'm not going to say I feel joy. I feel content. And I understand this feeling. It's like for the first time feeling good about being you. And I understand what a struggle that can be. I really do. And I applaud you. It's hard to get there when it's been such a fight. With the military here and whip and the fox, I feel like, and you have this great fortune energy, I feel like it's almost as if people are strategically trying to fuck you over, okay, trying to mess you over. And this feminine energy is coming through to kind of say, I need you to see this. I need you to not continue to overgive. I need you to stand your ground, seek your justice with this, okay? And with the Three of Pentacles, with the Justice, I do think it's going to take time. I do think it's going to take work. I do think you're going to have to stand your ground. It's not going to happen overnight. Whatever this is within your particular situation, okay? It's not going to be like, boom, everything's great. It's a journey, okay? But this energy is very proud of you and wants to encourage you to stand your ground. I feel like this is part of your life path. This is a very important part of you embracing who you are, you embracing your great fortune. Because here's the thing. I feel like for all the goals and dreams that you want, your throat chakra, your solar plexus is very drained. It's very dull. And you have to learn to speak for yourself more and stand your ground and be more confident in who you are. And sometimes these kind of lessons come forward to help us move into that energy, okay? And sometimes we get in our heads about this kind of stuff and we're like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't, we overthink it. And really, if you were giving advice to one of your friends, you would tell them, oh, you need to stand up for yourself. Oh, you can't let these people continue to use you. You can't let these people continue to take advantage of you. It's not right, okay? You're shorting yourself. Why do you keep shorting yourself? They're not shorting themselves. They're going to take whatever they want from you, whatever that happens to be, okay? For some of you, there's something about a job. Maybe your family's connected to your job or it's a job, but that won't be for many of you, okay? I feel like this justice is going to bring opportunity. It's going to bring some of you just this tremendous sense of self-worth and confidence that's going to lead you to a lot of new connections with people. With this typo Three of Cups. With this, I'm getting like, don't miss these connections, okay? Because I feel like they're important. And I feel like you may downplay them as to not, it's almost like you miss out on things because you don't believe in yourself. And this energy is coming forward so you don't do that to yourself anymore. They want you to be confident in who you are and know that you deserve good things. You deserve good things. You deserve a lot of good things. And you have to stop letting people kind of like steal your thunder. You have the Great Fortune card here, okay? There's abundant energy around you. There's a lot of positive energy here, okay? And I'm getting like with expectation, optimism, it's time to move into a place where you expect good things to happen. And I know that's hard. I feel like this energy is coming forward to tell you it's okay to expect your life to give you good things. It's okay to expect good things from life. It's okay to shift your view, okay? It doesn't mean those good things are going to happen tomorrow, but it does mean that we start to change our perspective of life. And I understand that's very difficult at this time. And that's why it's so important. Because if a few of us can change our perspective just a little bit, we can make a huge difference within the collective. Because a little bit of positivity is very powerful in a very dark time. Okay, that little light in the dark can lead a lot of people. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so let's get some Cali Vibe cards. Okay, your spirit here is wanting to give you some Cali Vibe cards. So this is a great deck. It's a lot of ancestor energy comes through this deck, so it's one of my favorites. Okay. This deck is by the Abyss Tarot, T-A-T. She is here on YouTube. So this card is flipped. I'm going to take it. There are no secrets that time does not reveal. Okay? So whatever's going on in your family, whatever's hidden, the things that you think people don't know or will never know, they're going to be found out. Okay? It will be revealed. That's where we're at. We're in the time of revealing. Okay? Let's get a few more of these cards. These dropped, but I kind of dropped them. So let's shuffle this again. Okay, a couple more cards here. Tell me more. Woo! Let's get messy. Okay, we have the lanterns are different, but the light is the same. Tell me about this. Lanterns are different, but the light is the same. It has to do with these connections. You need to expand your expectations of the light opportunities that you are bringing in. You need to not hold your expectations to such detail that they have to be a certain way. That when things happen for you, they have to happen a certain way. Okay? Expand your ideas of how it can come in. Okay? And think bigger. Think bigger, okay? We have the angel number 1234. Have faith in yourself to take the steps to where your soul is guiding you, okay? 1234 is going to be a number of manifestation, okay? See it forward, see it backwards. You see 123, that's a number, okay? See 234, that's a number. Any kind of parts of this is going to be a number of manifestation. And understand that you're being guided by this energy, okay? And you can work with this energy. You can work with this energy in your house. I'm hearing knocking, like knocking on a dresser, a table. Someone has wooden shutters. You have wooden shutters. It might be on a window or it might be a decoration. And I'm seeing like a spirit going like this on the shutters, like shaking them or thumping them in some way. We have passion turns into paychecks. Okay. So all this going on, helping you grow in your confidence and your ability to speak and ability to stand your ground is going to help you align. It's going to help you become more passionate. It's going to give you the boldness to follow more of your passions in life. Because honestly, yes, we all have to make a living, right? But really, we're meant to follow those things that we are passionate about. We're meant to follow those things that set us on fire, okay? Because those are part of our gifts. That's what you're meant to do, okay? Because that's where your abundance comes from, is from your passion. And the spirit is saying that. The 7th chakra, crown chakra, I know. You are developing through this process a sense of self-confidence where you won't doubt yourself so much. and your connection to spirit will be much more solid. As you begin to interact more with the spirit, you're going to become more and more aware of how psychic many of you are. Some of you guys have a lot of spirit medium abilities and you've always had it. You just didn't realize you were talking to spirits, okay? You weren't aware that you were actually speaking to spirits on the other side. And I feel like some of you guys are going to become more and more aware of it. And for some of you, it's going to be through more contact with the spirit, all right? Let's get you guys some letters, initials, and some charms. Hey, group two, these are going to be your letters, your initials, and your charms. Keep in mind, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Yeah, so these could be your initials, the spirit's initials, a meaningful word, a phrase, just take what resonates. We have COPGDNESB OCRLYXYFLXCGB. We have like FL, Florida, that's what I pick up on, COPS. As well. So that's what sticks out to me. But there's other things there as well. So we have the wheel. We have the little boat wheel here, and we have a clock. Divine timing is at play here. And whenever you get impatient, it's important for you to always keep that in the back of your mind. And we have the rosy quartz pendant here. And I'm feeling like it's important for you to know that the divine timing and the turning of the wheel for you is being done with love. And so a lot of the changes that are going to be happening are being filtered through love. So you may get frustrated because they're not moving as fast as you would like. We have a lot of ancestor energy here. But it will happen. We have the skull and crossbones and a star here. We have a bicycle. It may not move as quickly as you'd like. And I feel like part of what you need to release, another ancestor charm here, part of what you need to release is the need for it to move really quickly. We have a Canadian coin here. And I know it's hard because money is tight for many people. But if you can take the focus off the money manifestation and put the focus on the joy manifestation, it will really help. Do things that light you up as much as possible. I understand we all have to earn a living. That said, when you can do things that light you up, it will renew your vitality. It will renew your passion just to get into something you enjoy again, especially during rough times. It's very important to understand that creative things, gardening, cooking, running, whatever it is that lights you up and revitalizes you, you must make time to do it. It is absolutely imperative that you do this, okay, group two, because there's a lot of positive, abundant energy that is being sent to you, and you can't really tap into it if you're highly stressed, okay? And for a lot of you, you need a stress release and you need it on a regular basis. And you need to find the thing that lights you up and kind of pour yourself into that. Now, this message came through for group one as well. So it feels like group one and group two may have that in common. It's as if the spirits want to see people start to pour their passion into their abilities and use that energy to expand their abilities instead of using it to kind of get frustrated, get stressed out, and turn it into more worry. Turn it into something that is creative or beautiful or lights you up kind of thing. So, all right. Yeah. That's what I got for you, group two. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. If you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group three, all of you that selected Rebirth, number 42, and you were drawn to this pink agate crystal stone, this is going to be your reading all about the messages the spirit or spirits in your house have for you. Now, I'm going to tell you straight up. I got a very clear message about you reclaiming your birthright, okay? And I'll tell you how that happened. I had a certain set of cards set out for this reading. I went and pulled this card from one of my altars before I was going to start this, and immediately different cards came out. And the spirit asked me to use this deck, and this is the Oracle of the Witch, Reclaim Your Birthright. And the spirit was like, exactly. This is a phoenix. This is rebirth, okay? And the spirit in your house is the goddess. You have a goddess in your house, okay? Straight up. That's the presence in your house. If you don't align with that, this will not be your reading, okay? All right, I just want to make that very clear. I've pulled very specific cards for you, decks, to be pulled from. So if you don't align with that, then this reading may not work out for you, okay? We're going through a rebirth, and the goddess has quite a lot to say. I feel like for many of you, this is the dark goddess. For some of you guys, this is Lilith. For others, this may be Hecate. For others, I am feeling Inanna, Ishtar, Persephone, Nyx. I'm feeling Lucifer here as well. Okay. All right. We have Diana. You may align with Diana, but again, a card, a goddess. A goddess energy is within the walls of your house. Some of you have an altar to her. Some of you guys don't realize that the goddess lives there. Her energy is there. Some of you guys have put a lot of love into the space. We have casting a circle. We have magical clothing. And we have cures and remedies. Magical clothing, empowerment, cures and remedies, healing. Casting a circle is boundaries. There's some really powerful energy here. She wants you to know that you're protected. You're very protected. Your home is very protected. Your heart is very protected. It may not feel like it because of the things you've been through, okay? But again, I'm feeling like transformative energy. And many times when we're going through deep levels of transformation, there are certain things that happen in our life that are not fucking pleasant, right? The revealing of issues, people, with ourselves. We can be, and we know we're in places we didn't want to be, jobs and things like that. And, through our shadow work, through deeper layers, we find that we're realigned in some kind of dramatic way, Very painful. Very painful. Then you have the deep work of the shadow where you're coming to terms with trauma and things like that. And it's not easy. But understand, the clear message that I'm getting is that the deeper that you have gone into your shadow, the more powerful and profound the rebirth. Okay? This goddess is here to tell you that your rebirth is imminent. You're on the edge. And it will take you by surprise. Many of you have Phoenix energy, and you've gone through many rebirth stages. You've gone through many moltings of your plumage, if you will. You've reduced yourself to ashes over and over by the power of chaos in your life. You've allowed things to be burned away, toxicity, pain, and it has been incredibly painful. And the goddess wants you to know that she heard you during those dark times. I'm feeling very touched by this. She heard you. The tears, the frustration, the loss. She heard you. You are not forgotten in the pain of your humanness. You are remembered. All is not lost. For your rebirth is imminent. You are so close. Can you feel yourself catching flame? It's like you're on the edge of the spark, and it's just almost there. You will self-ignite once again. You will. You will return from this. You will return from this. Some of you in this ashes state are resting. You're recovering from this last very painful and chaotic situation. And many of you have settled into the state of rest for the first time, maybe in your life. You have settled in to the peace of the rest. And you are called to stay in that state. It may be the first time you have ever entered a state of receiving actively from the universe in the state of rest. It's more powerful than what you think. You have thought all along that your self-illumination, your self-ignition, yourself setting yourself on fire, lighting your own flame, would be something you had to actively do. You've been doing that in all the others, right? This one's different. This is becoming your nature. This is becoming your flow. It's this card. It's becoming your flow. Hecate, illumination. This is becoming your flow. The cycle of self-illumination. Setting yourself aflame once again to rise, to reclaim your birthright this time. This time is different. This time it's for you. The other times you have been motivated by your higher calling, and yes, this is part of it. But this time it's also personal. And that is okay. In fact, that's a big leap in your growth. No longer are you suppressing your inner need, your inner want, your inner desire to accomplish for your own sense of self. No longer are you doing that. You're embracing it as part of your journey in life. You can love yourself and want for yourself and want for others all at the same time. Something that really isn't taught. They teach us, no, self-sacrifice is what we should do. Denial of self. The goddess says, embrace self and others through embracing yourself. This one, we have discipline. You have been so disciplined. You have gotten the pattern of being reduced to ashes and rising. You've done this several times. You've done this in past lives. You've done it a certain way. This time is different. It's a new discipline. It's a discipline into the illumination of your soul, of allowing your flow, of allowing the harmony of your frequency to dictate the rise, allowing your desire and your love to illuminate you to the next evolution of your consciousness and your manifestation in the world. It's a whole new thing. It's a quantum leap of your phoenixing experience. You're not going to have to work so hard. This time, because you are learning about flow, and I have to say, the flow theme seems to be running through all of these so far. It seems to be a theme. The power of getting into your flow is going to help set you up for your own personal revolution. Let's get a few more of these cards. We have Kali, love. The goddess in your house may actually be Kali for some of you. Kali is about the cycle of life, death, rebirth. And it feels like this energy around you is sending you the energy of love. Love to help empower you. I'm seeing like pathways of love illuminating your energy. It feels like self-love. It feels like revolutionary self-love. It's the ability to see that you are more than what you've ever been told. And to see yourself in a place of mastery. It's a revolution of vision, of perception. It's a healing that is so transformative that what has felt like discipline will now feel like revolution. Things are going to get much easier for you. I think this last cycle of shadow work that you've been through, I feel like for many of you, it's the darkest you've done. It feels like it was the heart of darkness. And you went there. You bravely went there. And now you are going to self-ignite. Now you are going to burst into flames. And the phoenix that's produced by this flame is different. This phoenix is multidimensional, holographic. It is a frequency. You can feel it. You can hear it. You can sense it. It has magnetic presence. And people will feel it. coming off you. You will have a magnetic presence. People will know you. They will see you like the sun, bursting with light, bursting with your truth. This is your birthright. This is you getting in flow with doing what you were born to do. When you do this, your life will begin to unfold and become much easier. The things that you have been seeking will begin to hone in on your energy and appear out of nowhere. Because that's the frequency they're looking for. I'm going to get some tarot. Tell me more, Dark Mother. This is Lilith's deck. So we have an Ace of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles and an Ace of Swords. Beautiful energy. So I read this deck through Lilith's energy. And when I have a cup, an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Swords, this to me is union. As we have the symbol of the womb, and we have a sword here, right? So together they are union of the masculine and the feminine. Balance here. And then we have Baphomet presenting here. There is a level of self-mastery that you will be reaching, that you have not attained in other lifetimes. Okay? I need you to sit with that for a moment. If that doesn't hit you, then it's not for you. Okay? Take it if it hits for you. Don't make it fit. All right? Let's get a couple more cards. Tell me more about this pathway of self-mastery, Dark Mother. What else do they need to know? We have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Knight of Wands. It feels like there will be a big accomplishment for you. And it will come in... I'm seeing like excitement here. I'm seeing happiness, which you might find funny because this guy doesn't really look happy, but in my mind, he's very happy. Okay. I see this guy smiling and I'm hearing like this is going to flow into your life by surprise. However, it's also going to feel very natural when the flow begins, when the flow of this accomplishment. It's as if this accomplishment breaks a dam I see a dam breaking and water flowing just freely. And it's as if things just start to move more smoothly for you. This truly is the blessings of the goddess unfolding for you. It feels like your relationship with this goddess is going to transform. It's going to grow more deeply and more intense. And it feels like a lot of you are going to be taken into a deeper layer of her mysteries. So it's really important that you open up to some of the more interesting aspects. And you make room for the unusual. Let's get a couple more cards here. I'm being guided to pull from the Portals deck here. Tell me more. It feels like this accomplishment is actually like a portal or a door. It opens up a portal or a door for you. You've achieved something here with this rebirth. You've achieved something, a level of self-mastery that people will feel this. They will know this. It will be evident within the collective. You are not to be fucked with. Underworld. You are not to be fucked with, first of all. You will find less and less people just generally want to fuck with you. And I say that with just as true can be, okay? And that's good. That's a good thing. They're finally recognizing who the fuck you are, right? Because I feel like you've been undercover to a certain degree. This level of self-mastery, you have to understand, I don't think, let's just talk a minute, you and me, okay? So you were big deals, spiritually speaking, in past lives. So you've accomplished a lot. So when I say in this life you haven't been this elevated before, you got to know. You got to know it's big, right? You got to know that, right? It's radical evolution of self. It's radical spiritual evolution. I just want to say that because I don't want you to think, oh, it's my first rodeo. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. You're a professional phoenix. You've done this many lifetimes, okay? So tell me more. You're not one to be fucked with, though. You're very powerful. You have a lot of underworld energy here. You may work with the infernal as well. We have otherworld. Ooh, looky, looky. The other world is opening for you. And that is a world of possibilities opening for you with this accomplishment. It's huge. It's huge. There are blessings here. There are blessings here. Tell me about the blessings. Tell me about the blessings. No. Yes. No. I'm trying to listen to which deck here. Okay, this one, yes. Okay, tell me about the blessings from the other world. Tell me about the blessings from the other world. Okay, I guess these two. We have mourning and regeneration. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you with regeneration, very cool card, by the way. I feel like a lot of the things in your life that have been lacking, like money, opportunity, health, vitality, are going to get a regeneration from this portal, this other world energy. Your life will be regenerated. And I feel like things are going to flow so much easier. Also, you are going to feel when things aren't right. It's going to be very clear to you when things are off and when the answer needs to be no or you need to not go. It's going to be very clear. And you're going to learn to follow that to the letter. And you're going to find out that you're going to be 10 out of 10 right on every time you heed that warning. Your intuition, your psychic ability, your spirit medium ability, whatever you have is going to be popping, okay? This is a blessing of the goddess, the dark goddess. This is her gift to you, okay? And this gift many of you have had before, okay? Some of you guys are also receiving special gifts from Hecate. For some of you, it's Beelzebub. Okay. For others, it is different. It's practitioners that have different. I'm trying to get this message here. Trying to get it. Okay. It's whatever your practice is. It is a gift from the God form of magic. Okay. That's what I'm being told. Okay. And it's a empowerment of your magic. It's going to make your magic much more powerful, much more potent, and the manifestations will come in more quick. It's like you're going to go from Harry Potter to Merlin. Okay. That's how I would explain it. It feels very powerful, but your warning system is going to be so on. and the rejuvenation is going to be so powerful. And I feel like also the warning is going to work for when you're needing rejuvenation, when you're needing to recharge. You're going to have this kind of system where you're going to feel, oh, okay, it's time for me to rest. It's time for me to recharge. Instead of you getting completely worn down, you're going to kind of know when it's time to back off. All right. Okay, let's get you guys some letters, initials, and some charms. Okay, group 3, these are going to be your letters, your initials, and your charms. Keep in mind, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. These could be your initials, their initials, a meaningful word, a screen name. Just take what resonates. So we have FPNYOMSAWGSVDOBLR. Okay, you got the Lilith charm. All right, so Lilith is very present in this reading. You may be aligned with Lilith. If you've thought of working with her, that's your validation that she's indeed reaching out. Okay, I use that loosely. Okay, as far as reaching out goes, but her presence is here. All right, we have keys. Okay, this confirms Hecate as well. We have the Libra charm. You may be a Libra. There may be something about October here because we have the jack-o'-lantern. So could be a Libra or a Scorpio. We also have the Taurus charm. So you may be a Taurus as well. We have a fairy charm. We have oh, this is like a scarab beetle. You definitely have an Egyptian past life. This is really coming through this charm really strongly all of a sudden. Oh, we have another letter, another A. Wow, you had a really powerful Egyptian past life. The goddess in your house may be Bastet, might be Isis, or her sister, which I'm going to butcher this name, but the underworld goddess. I don't want to say it. It starts with an N, but her sister, who's the underworld goddess. Also, Hathor. I'm feeling like for those of you who resonate with that, look more into that as a form of like meditation, as a form of offering. Learn more about them, okay? Invest more time that way. That's what they're asking for. Invest more time in learning about Egypt and the Egyptian people and the practices and things like that. Remember the old ways. That's what I'm getting. And I feel like now that kind of is going all across the goddesses here, to remember the old ways. Remember the people that came before. Remember the people who paved the way for you. It's very important. Now we have California here and a star, okay? I'm not going to act like that's not here. Group 3. I think some of you guys are headed for a very bright future. And probably are headed towards a place where you're going to be at least known in your industry, or be known as someone who does a good job, or have a good reputation, or be well known. It just depends on what you do, okay? It feels very positive, but it also feels overwhelming. We have the evil eye here. And I just need you to always remember to be present in moments and be present and aware of who's around you. All right? Because not everybody who smiles in your face will actually smile behind your back, if you know what I'm saying. All right? And that's coming from some people's ancestors. They want you to know that. Be aware that not everyone who is smiling in your face is smiling when your back is turned. All right? Okay, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. If you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 4, all of you that selected 22 Mastery and you were drawn to the Lapis Lazuli. This is going to be your reading all about the message the spirit in your house has for you. So keep in mind this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, now at the end of this group, I'm going to be getting letters, initials, and charms, and we'll be finding out more information about this spirit and the message it has for you. All right, let's shuffle this up. I'm going to get a few of these cards. We're going to find out about the spirit in your house. Who are we dealing with? And what message they have. So, okay. All right. Give me a couple cards here, Spirit. Who are you? Spirit, who are you? I feel like this one wants to come out, and this one that's kind of catty corner. Let's look at these. We have absence and play. Okay. Interesting energy. Tell me more. Okay, we have driver. That's a lot. That's quite a few. Okay, take them, take them. All right, we have active love, self-preservation, survive. We have invisible, service, and home. Okay. This feels like a guide. You have a guide. It feels like more than one energy. You have several energies around you in your house. I feel an angelic presence. I feel a guide who's in service to you. I also feel like passed over loved ones. I feel brother, sister, cousin, nephew, friend, lover energy. Like kindred spirits, kindred spirits. Those of you who have like kindred spirits, you may have some play going on in your house, meaning things disappearing, things moved, a little bit of knocking maybe a cabinet's been open, maybe you've heard a disembodied voice. Okay. It feels like there's this energy here with you that you are a survivor. You've had to learn to be. There's preservation of self because of survival. You've had to survive through a lot. Feels like generational patterns, generational curses here. A lot of the family energy around you, ancestor energy around you. I feel like this energy coming forward, some of them haven't been around you all the time. The guides, you may have a new guide here that's in service to you. And it feels like a lot of this energy coming towards you, why you have so much activity around you, is because you are going through a process of mastery. You may have been drawn to group 3 as well. Okay, not all of you will, but some of you will. And if you are, this is your validation of that. Let's get a few cards here. Draw from this archetype deck. Tell me more about this energy. So you have several energies in your house, and I think it's just because you're so powerful. Most of you in group 4, you're pretty comfortable with spirits in your house. You're pretty comfortable with that kind of stuff. I don't think it freaks you out. We have the creator, the shapeshifter, and the Alitha. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. It feels as above, so below, as within, so without. The creator, the master, the mastery. You're about to really walk into owning that. I'm seeing like a vision. It's as if your life goes from black and white to color through a portal of change that really was activated by you. You've broken some kind of generational curse. You're not in process of breaking it. You're not working through it. Group 4, for this to resonate, you've done it. You've broken this curse, okay? And now we move into the manifestations that happen when curses, generational patterns are broken. And you stand in that in power. And you allow the magic of the universe to work. Now we see that the self-mastery here. Now, you may be a 22. You may be a master number 22. I have master number 22 in my own numerology. So usually master number 22s, they have, you may not be a 22, but you may have this vibe, okay, where the first part of your life has been very difficult. You've had a ton of obstacles to overcome. And I don't mean minor obstacles. I mean obstacles that just one of those in one person's life would have been a movie. But you've had like 5, 12 of those things happen. And you're still standing. And not only are you standing, but you have like, you're standing in a triumphant stand. You are a warrior. You are triumphant. Yeah, so my tongue's a little heavy because I have had to take some medication for my autoimmune disease. So just keep that in mind. You've been fighting a very long war, is what I'm hearing. These patterns, this curse, this thing has required you to survive on your own. I feel like you probably have cut off a lot of people in your family, probably a lot of friends. You've had to do most of this alone. You may have gotten therapy, whatever, but it's been really a path of the hermit. And you have suffered. There's suffering here. Every inspirational story is born on the back of suffering. And that's why, I'll tell you a little story. When I was really sick, people used to bring me inspiring movies. I was in bed for 6 years with lupus. I was bedbound, pretty much. And they bring me these inspiring movies to try to lift me up. And they weren't inspiring to me because I realized that you're inspired by people's suffering, by people lifting themselves out of suffering. But you're forgetting the suffering part, right? People have to suffer to be inspiring. And I feel that here. Like a lot of you guys have an inspirational story because you have suffered and overcame. And I'm frankly sorry. I'm sorry that you've had to suffer. I feel that. I understand what that's like to be the person who, yeah, your story is super inspiring and fuck, it was painful. Damn, it's been painful. Man, I have paid to be able to tell this story, right? You've paid for those war wounds. You've paid the price, right? And the thing is that on some higher level, this is a level of self-mastery here. You will become aware at the highest levels of your being. Now listen to me. Stay with me. This is hard. This is the hard part of self-mastery because what we go through is living hell. Okay? And like I want to break into tears as I say this because it's a very hard concept to grasp as a human being. Okay? But on a higher level, we chose this. Even with the suffering, even knowing the intensity of the pain, some of us came in aware that we would suffer. But our love for each other was greater than our apprehension, our feeling of the suffering. And that's the truth. And it doesn't have to be love wrapped up in puppy dog tails and whiskers and kittens and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes love looks like endurance. Sometimes love looks like the claw in of a hammer. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes love doesn't look soft. Sometimes love is a great challenge of endurance, and the healing is a cycle of destruction and creation that is very brutal. And I feel that here. But you have to know on some level that you are actually, and listen, it's just you and me here, okay? You don't have to ever tell anybody this. You don't have to discuss it ever, because I know I feel this part of the collective, okay? And people who have this don't go around announcing it. They don't go around announcing these kind of things. But you are a spiritual master, okay? I know it. I feel it. And spiritual masters don't go around saying, hey, y'all, I'm a spiritual master. Listen to me. That's not what they do, right? So I get it. I get it. I know why you did it, because you knew you could. Because that's who you are. You could accomplish spiritual mastery in one lifetime. But in order to do that, you had to set upon a path of suffering that would absolutely crush the average human being. Let me tell you something. This life you're in right now, this is not your first attempt. Hear me. This life right now, this is not your first attempt, okay? This is the first time you've made it this far in your spiritual evolution. You've made some kind of choice that changed the game. You see how weird the world is? Listen to me. This is just me and you here. Some of us made a different choice. Okay? When we made the different choice, the tide turned, the scales changed, and new pathways opened. And now we're in a very weird place. The hidden things are being revealed. The scales are being evened. And it's a very weird time to be alive. It's also a very sacred time to be alive. And that's why you decided to do this in this lifetime. And that's why you have lived it so many times. Because you came in to master, to become a spiritual master in one lifetime. And you were willing to live that same life many times to do it. And here we are in this very weird space where every day something earth-shattering happens in our reality. The weirdest shit in the world is happening every day. Don't you find that odd? Isn't that strange? Just something you might want to reflect on. The puzzle pieces may make sense to you if you will just reflect a bit on your choices and how things have changed. Because there was a group of people who have this energy, who made some very, very distinct choices that shifted things. It was like we just needed a certain amount of weight to make that scale tip. And this group of people was that weight. And here we are. At the most perfect time in the universe for this to happen. We have Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. You may resonate with having Arcturian energy. I do. And that's a whole nother video. Okay. But a lot of people who have this energy never talk about it. They're kind of, they used to be anyway, kind of the ones who kind of stayed behind and did stuff. But anyway, that's another video. But evolutionary downloads. So what I'm getting is that the energies around you, the energies in your house, you're going to be getting information from them. Okay. Radical moments of clarity from them. Okay. That are going to validate this path of self-mastery that you've walked into it. Okay. You actually have achieved it. It's already done. That's the trick. That's the kick. That's the secret knowledge. You've already done it. You just have to embrace that and allow these downloads of wisdom and awarenesses to come forward into your consciousness. Just allow the birth of that you are that. You have mastered it. You're here. You've made it to this point in this very weird time. Once you own your own mastery, you begin to manifest and work in the world at that level. You begin to command your life. It doesn't mean that bad things don't happen. It means that when they do, you command your life with a sense of mastery. That you no longer take life at its whim. That you understand the flow of life and how to work with it, how to maneuver it, how to use it and incorporate it, how to get inspiration, how to get comfort, how to move and flow, and what the flow is for you in your life. We have memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, technology. There is a lot of progress in your life coming. And these energies around you want you to know they are there for you. They want you to know they are present, and they are there to help support you. I feel like some of you may have some issues shifting from survival mode and self-preservation to thriving and living and embracing the experience of this reality. I think there's some concern by these guides, these angels, these beings around you of this energy of, it's almost like you feel the winds of change, but you cling to the safety of what you know. And what you know is survival and self-preservation. And the universe, your guides, the spirits in your house that are around you are going to ask you to have faith and let go. Let go of the need to cling to survival and understand that everything you need is going to be provided for you. That doesn't mean quit your job. It means to stop worrying. Stop clinging to the worry and the fear. Let go of it and know that it's going to work out for you. It's going to be provided. Keep doing what you do. Now, I'm getting something about feathers here. So for some of you, their signs are going to be feathers. Some of you guys are going to start finding feathers around your house, around your yard. There's also something about turtles being a sign, turtle shells, turtle doves. That's very, very specific for some of you. I'm seeing blue jays and cardinals as well as symbols from the spirits here. Some of you guys have like an auntie, cousin, brother, sister spirit around you. And I want to kind of get into that energy a little bit and see what message they have for you. I feel like they're coming through with like pride, like they're really proud of you. I feel like they're a little bit mischievous. they can be a lot, I can be a lot mischievous. I miss hanging out. I miss being around you. And so I linger sometimes, and I leave surprises. I move things around. I feel like they do leave surprises here. There's a lot of these, so I'm not going to take them all. Give me, take this one, Okay. All right. We have Lily. Okay, this is definitely someone who's passed on. That's what the Lily tells me. We have dog. Oh my gosh. One of you have one of your passed over pets in your house, for sure. Oh my gosh. Someone has a passed over pet who, or something about the end of your bed. Maybe they slept at the end of your bed, or they slept on the floor by your bed. Something about like around your house shoes or your blankets. They cuddled up at the end of your bed when you slept, but they're there. Okay, specifically, that's what I'm getting. I'm also getting like, I'm seeing a dog that looks kind of like this dog, actually. Kind of like this dog, maybe a smaller, maybe bigger. So different sizes, but this coloring on a white and red checkered rug or tablecloth. There's some kind of linens around it. So it could be a kitchen situation, waiting for food. And I'm getting like teddy bear, like they're a teddy bear. Maybe that's a breed, like a special breed teddy bear, or maybe their name was Teddy Bear, something like that. Okay, let's see what else we have here. We have theft. Okay, so this brother, sister, we're going to call it kindred spirit. They do take things and move them around. Also, I'm seeing pennies, like pennies and nickels, like showing up in the middle of the floor and things like that. We have get together. Okay, they miss your energy. They miss being around you, and they know something special is going on for you in your life. Like they know there's like a very special energy around you, and they're around to kind of like cheer you on, and they enjoy being around your energy, and they love watching what's going on in your life. Okay, we have snake. Okay, what I'm getting with this is wisdom. Okay, I feel like you are far more wise than what you think you are, and your guides, these angels, ancestors, however this resonates for you, part of this self-mastery is you recognizing your own wisdom, recognizing your own abilities and owning it instead of, I feel like some of you guys are very humble, and it's really to your own detriment. You have to own your strengths. A lot of us are really good at owning our weaknesses, but self-mastery, spiritual mastery really involves in knowing the truth of you. And you are highly intelligent, spiritually intelligent, and you hold a lot of wisdom. And it's time for you to kind of like own that shit, okay? Own your wisdom here. We have marriage, you guys. You know, they're sneaky sometimes, these guides. Some of you guys, part of your self-mastery is that if you're not married and you want to be married, there's someone going to be coming in for you, okay? For some of you, breaking free of like a toxic marriage is part of your evolution, okay? And maybe you've already broken free, okay? I'm going to tell you that for those of you who are open to someone new, they're going to be coming in. And I feel like part of the mastery of self is realizing the things that are good for us, the things that, you know, bring us happiness and joy. And it may not be the things that you thought would. Let's talk about this marriage thing, okay? If this isn't a love reading, but spirit, that's the marriage card. So we have to talk about it, okay? Because it's part of your self-mastery. You guys, this partner is special. This partner, and it might be the person you're with too. So just, you know, hear me out, okay? We have some cards fall out. We have the Nine of Wands here, okay? We have the Five of Swords and Strength. Okay, so there's resistance. I felt it when I pulled the marriage card. A lot of you guys are like either resistant to marriage or resistant to a partner or resistant to this partner being part of your life purpose. Even if it's somebody who you had to get away from, they were part of helping you know the truth of yourself and what you really wanted. Okay, they're part of your story. For the good and the bad of it, all right? And for some of you, you know, you're resistant to, strongly resistant, by the way. You're not just resistant, you're strongly resistant to, you know, having someone new come in, okay? And I get this with the Nine of Wands. You know, you've been wounded in love. And you know what? People who are on this journey, you get wounded in love. You get wounded in about everything, okay? But part of the mastery of it is you don't allow those wounds to fester. You heal. And when you're healed, then you can realize, you know, the truth is that having a partner in the human experience enriches your experience. Okay? I know. Listen. I've been there where I was like, I'm fine. I don't need a partner. And you know what happened? I got a partner. I did. And it did enrich, he does enrich my life. So greatly, and has helped me tremendously on my path. I have to make a video someday of how he has helped me on my path, how Mark has helped me. But they do. They help you on your path, especially if you're on this big path of self-mastery. They can help you heal in ways that you don't even know you need healed, you know. They can help you see yourself in the truth, in the eyes of truth, through the eyes of another in truth, is what I'm trying to say. And because you've reached a certain place of maturity, it's not toxic. Because you catch yourself before you do toxic things. It's almost like there's a filter been put on now where you have this mirror of reflection at you all the time and you're like aware, hey, I'm about to do something toxic, because now you have all your spirits around you who are interacting with you. So if you live in fear that if I get involved with somebody, I'm going to be toxic, no, you're changed. You're different. You're a more healed person. And the person either in your life or coming into your life is going to know that. And you're going to deal with issues differently. It may be harder for you because you are seeing the truth of yourself. And the truth is when they come in, you're going to have to probably open up in ways that make you really uncomfortable. Okay, just honestly. You're going to have to become more vulnerable. You're going to have to put yourself out there. But it's part of your growth. It's good. It's healthy with someone you trust. Okay? I know. It'd be easier if we didn't have to. A lot of things would be easier. All right? But that's not where we are. That's not who we are. Okay? All right. We have the Ace of Cups. Okay? There's a lot of wish fulfillment coming towards you. And I'm not just talking about love. I'm talking about a big old cup of good things for you. Okay? There is rewards for doing this kind of work, because when you do this kind of work, you're doing the work that heals generations. Okay? This isn't small stuff. This is big, heavy lifting. Okay? And there are rewards. A lot of times they appear as people, like your future partner, opportunity, a big old cup of money, you know, different things, okay? And if you haven't experienced it, expect it. It's time for you to like start expecting more from the universe. Start expecting more from your guides. Start expecting more from your angels. Expect more in general from life. Level up your expectations of the universe. You've leveled them up for yourself. So it's time to level up your expectations of what you get, of what the world, the universe can provide, because the possibilities are infinite if you're open. You know, if you're open to infinite possibilities, they're there for you. And you got this. This is for you. This very special thing. I feel like these energies around you really want you to know that brave, bold moves may be required. And you're going to have to be at peace with being uncomfortable on the next leg of this mastery journey. Because you're in a whole new kind of vibe that you probably never felt before. And it's going to feel uncomfortable. We have celebration. But you're going to have a lot of reasons to celebrate. Won't that be good? This feels like a Four of Wands card. You know, it could be marriage. It could be engagement. I just have to mention that with the marriage card, okay? It doesn't mean for you. If it's not yours, don't claim it. It's not yours, okay? But it feels like with the Ace of Cups, something that's going to make you very happy. Something very fulfilling. But you're going to have to get uncomfortable. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone, okay? It's part of mastery. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know, a lot of people who are like, I don't want to call them baby witches, like people who enter witchcraft or enter the whole manifestation game, whatever. I always tell them, like, you need to get really uncomfortable with, not really uncomfortable, comfortable with that uncomfortable energy, because a lot of times when your magic starts to manifest, it feels uncomfortable because it's new energy that you've never felt before. It's magic manifesting, and it feels weird sometimes. It feels different. That's how you know things are about to change. You can also call that the winds of change. When you feel weird energy, don't say, ooh, something bad's going to happen. Say, no, ooh, something good's going to pop off. That's what you say. Lean into the good. Lean into the positive. You'll be very surprised just how awesome things can get when you lean into the good. Even when it's bad, it's not as bad as it could be because you leaned into the possibility of good. We have celestial realm. You have so much positive spiritual support around you. And I feel like these energies just want you to know that if you ever need help, if you ever need encouragement, just reach out. Okay? They're there. You're very supported by the in-between. You're not alone. Although you may feel like it, the struggle's been real, but I really do feel like Group 4, you're going to have a lot of reasons to celebrate. This is a leveling up situation in your life, but you're going to have to get uncomfortable. You're going to have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And when you can get to that place and that gets to be normal for you, expect change. Expect a lot of change. Okay? Expect to get into a flow where the universe just kind of brings you the things that you've manifested, that you've worked on manifesting. They'll just begin to pop for you. Okay? And as you begin to understand that, you'll realize that you're a powerful creator, that you're a master of your own destiny. And you'll begin to powerfully interact with the forces that be in your life, and you'll be able to kind of steer your ship in the way and the direction you want to go. And for many of you, you'll be able to share your wisdom with others, and that will be your portal to wealth, to prosperity. And I don't mean just wealth in like counting money. I mean wealth as in happiness, wholeness, abundance of friends and family, abundance of health, abundance of things we need to be happy, all right? And of course, having what you need financially. Okay, Group 4, let's get you some letters, initials, and some charms. Hey, Group 4, this is going to be your letters, your initials, and your charms. Keep in mind, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, these could be your initials, their initials, a screen name. It could be the spirit's name. Just take what resonates. We have REUADTBVCEI. Didn't get a lot of letters. Sometimes that happens, but we got a lot of charms here. So we have the soldier here. Spirit really is going to be guiding you, going to be leading the way. We have a music charm here. I feel like music's going to be really important over the next like 6 months to a year. Listen to, there's going to be like Spirit's gonna speak through music, okay, to you, give you signs, give you all kinds of like validations and whatnot. My stomach's growling, you guys, so sorry. Give you signs and all kinds of validations through music, so pay attention. We have the money charm. That does not come out all the time. I feel like your spirits want you to know that your money needs are going to be provided for. And they don't want you to get discouraged, okay? They don't want you to focus. Understand that, yes, you need money. We all need money to survive. Five is here. Fives are going to be a number for you, a number of manifestation, a number of change. Your needs are going to be provided for, okay? It's important that you're consistent, okay? We have the bull here. You could be a Taurus, maybe a Capricorn. Let's see. We have, looks like another, this is a skull with wings here. I feel like with the bat here, I feel like you may have like some nasty energy around you, like people send the devil, people sending you negative energy. Is this an evil eye? No. Okay. But here's an evil eye. Okay. Evil eye charm. So I feel like you make my stomach's growling. I'm sorry. You may need to you need to clear your energy more. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. You need to clear your energy for a while, probably in the morning and at night. Okay, you can take a clearing bath or shower, and just like as you're washing yourself off, you know, say, I'm clearing my energy. I'm clearing my energy of all negativity, all attacks, all whatever it is, okay? And you can use your God form, the spirits in your house, whatever. You can use their energy to help you clear this energy. If you have like different spiritual sprays, like psychic attack spray or reversing spray or whatever, dragon's blood spray, you can use that spray. If it's safe to spray on your body, you can put it on your body after a shower. In the morning, you can do a very quick like clearing meditation, like listen to some frequency music or something like that. It doesn't have to be the same method, is what I'm trying to say. But it's important, I think, for you guys to keep your space as clear as possible, because I feel like there's so many charms here. This feels like chaos, and I feel like you may be getting overwhelmed, and that might be the mechanism of this evil eye or someone sending you bad energy because they're trying to maybe knock you off your game so you don't get your fairy tale. And there may be messages that come through that are upsetting, and don't let these distractions take you from your path here. We got the scissors here. Some of you guys, you know, in the next 6 months, you may find out that you need to cut some cords with some people. You need to cut off some relations, and, you know, you'll find peace about it if that's the case. All right. Because I feel like there's something bigger for you. We have the star charm here. There's something bigger that's unfolding for you. And I think it's important that you trust where you've been and where you're going. We have the stethoscope here, and some of you guys, if you're having health concerns, go to the doctor, okay? Don't sit on it. Go to the doctor, all right? Okay, group 4, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. If you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.